I'm Lori Rose. Welcome to my channel. Grab a little drink, sit down, let's have a chat. Let me introduce myself a little bit. Today, I will be drinking the Wildberry Poppy Prebiotic Soda. Delicious. It tastes like candy in a drink, which is why I drink it. This is both an introduction to me and my 2025 TBR list. I love reading. I've got this whole bookshelf behind me and so many other little bookshelves and book nooks around my room. See what I'm reading. You could say what you're reading in the comments. I'm very interested. I'm not allowed to buy any more books though. I'm not allowed to do that because I have too many that I have to read. I take in so many forms of content that sometimes reading just escapes my time. I need to make it more of a priority this year, so I'm not just watching YouTube and random TV shows and movies, and I cannot keep watching Derry Girls over and over again as I tend to do, even though it's my favorite show. On this channel, I will talk about books, pop culture, movies, TV shows, internet, just me yapping, whatever I really feel like making. I don't have a specific plan or structure in mind for this. This is more of just me wanting to share with someone, and that somebody is you and the camera and my editing software and the void of YouTube. Before I get really into this though, there is something that I have to do. Hold on. Let me fix this. And I'm back. New year, new me, and a new haircut. I'm back with the bob. I had one a couple years ago and I loved it, and my hair was kind of drowning me, so now I'm free. I've also got the Lover cardigan on that came yesterday as well, and I'm like, whoa, it's so pretty. These heart-shaped buttons are so cute. It's maybe my favorite of the cardigans. For the rest of this video, I'm going to be doing the 25 book that I'm definitely going to read in 2025. I hopefully will read more than 25 books. I've already read 3 books, so that's kind of a good sign. So I will be reading more than 25 books, definitely. But I've got 3 books I did read. I read Feybound for a book club I'm in. I listened to The House of My Mother, which was about the influencer family that became a cult. Very interesting book. I really liked it. And then I also read Dating and Dragons, which was really sweet. I liked that little YA book. For this day, my drinks are a shaken espresso that I made with some vanilla syrup, and also my Owala water bottle, so I have water as well. But let's get into the 25 books I'm going to be reading in 2025. First, I should have organized this. Let me move my little Grogu and my Taylor Swift popcorn bucket that I keep down here. I guess I'll do the book that I'm currently reading, which is, oh my god, Iron Flame. I like the Fourth Wing series. It's not my favorite, but it does some really interesting things that I really like. I don't love the romance in it, but that's more of a me thing. I like the fantasy elements enough that I will be continuing. So I guess Iron Flame. And yes, I do take the dust jackets off of hardcovers if I'm reading a hardcover. I think I have the dust jacket hidden right here. They kind of just drive me crazy, so I get rid of them. It's not a problem then. And I have this fun, I'm going to show off, my mom got me this Christmas gift, this metal bookmark. It says, I don't know if you can see it, but it says, "Is that smut?" And there's a little Jesus, and I think that's really funny, and I love it. It also has a little, like, book charm on the end, so that's fun. Oh my gosh, I don't know where to put this now. I guess we'll go into Onyx Storm then. Just got it. I got the BAM edition. I guess I'll do all the series first. I've got a few series I want to read. Next is the Brandon Sanderson Mistborn trilogy. I have heard such good things about his books, and I am so excited to get into it and get into like that whole like wide series thing. I don't know. I might do like a read with me with these books. I feel like a lot of people do that. And it feels, and I've heard it's very, like, kind of MCU-esque, where it all connects together, and I really like that. Next, I need to read these. I read the first one and half of the second one, and I liked the first one, that's a lie. I liked the first one up until the ending, and then the ending is why I don't like the second one. It's ACOTAR. I kind of just want to get to the one with her sister. Oh my god, it's so dusty, because I literally read this, like, last spring. But I like her sister, what is it, Nessa? She's really interesting. Feyre just gets on my nerves, and I hate Rysand. I hate him. He's the worst. Not that I like the other one, Terran. I don't know his name. I don't really care to know. They're all bad for each other, and I do not like a toxic romance. I'm not gonna lie. I know some people do. I don't like a toxic romance. I just get icked out, and I'm like, why am I reading this? Okay, that's all the series. So let's move on to American Psycho. I like the movie, and I'm really interested to read the book. So this is about to be really embarrassing. I cannot read out loud. I can read in my brain really fast, but as soon as I have to read them out loud, so bear with me. Patrick Bateman is handsome, well-educated, intelligent. He works by day on Wall Street, earning a fortune to complement the one he was born with. His nights he spends in ways we cannot begin to fathom. He is 26 years old and is living his own American dream. I really like that description of this book. Obviously the title's American Psycho, so you know some crazy shit's gonna go down, but if you know the movie, you know what happens. It's very iconic, which is why I really want to read this. This is maybe my favorite genre. I like fantasy, I like fiction, YA. Magical realism is where it's at. A Wild Winter Swan, a novel. A poignant coming-of-age story inspired by Hans Christian Andersen's The Wild Swans, set amid the magic of Christmas in 1960s New York. It's a magical realism book, and I'm very excited. I remember seeing this at a local bookstore a while ago, and I didn't buy it because I was buying other books, and I was like, oh, I'll keep this in my brain to get. And then I found it at BAM for $5.97. So I bought it. This one I'm really excited to read, and I actually might read this before Onyx Storm, once I finish Iron Flame, because this is for a book club I'm going to next month, the Sci-Fi Fantasy Book Club, at a local bookstore. It's called Death of the Author. This is a really cool book. So let me read a bit of the inside. A disabled Nigerian-American woman pens a wildly successful sci-fi novel, but as her fame rises, she loses control of the narrative. A surprisingly cutting, yet heartfelt drama about art and love, identity and connection, and ultimately what makes us human. This is a story unlike anything you've read before. It's a book within a book, which is, I love when, like, you mix genres and stuff interesting like that. So Death of the Author is this physical book, the story of this author. But we also get to see her story, which is called Rusted Robots. And this, take off the dust jacket, and we get to see Rusted Robots, the book that she is writing in the book. It's a book within a book, literally. That is so, so crazy. Also, this book is gorgeous, just in general. So, so pretty gorgeous. Like, look at this inside print. And then it's like, oh my gosh. And then the outside print also is so pretty. I am such a sucker for a pretty book, and this is maybe one of the prettiest books I have. Also has a nice teal sprayed edge. Next, and I have actually tried to read this before, and I gave up because it was really strange. It's Wicked. You know the story of Wicked. You know, the movie was just crazy. The musical, all of it. This is definitely a lot freakier. I know that. That's why I stopped reading it, because I was like, this is actually maybe too freaky to be reading. I was reading it on my Kindle, and I just, like, could not follow it, too. I have a Kindle. I love my Kindle. I cannot do an intense book on my Kindle. I am, like, zoned out. I need to be able to, like, write in the book. This book will be marked up, for sure, as I try to, like, figure out what the hell is going on. The Women by Kristen Hanna. I don't know what I did with the dust jacket for this one. I probably should find that. This is a historical fiction, coming of age, about a woman who is working in the war. I've heard really good things about it. I've really, really good things about this author. So I'm excited to read this one. This will probably be, like, much later in the year, though. Then, next is If We Were Villains, which I guess is kind of like a YA, dark academia thing from what I've heard. And the cover is also just really, really cool. So I'm very excited for this one. Next, I guess in the same spirit of dark academia, I've got Babel. I've heard amazing things about this. But I'm gonna need to, like, really mark this up because the text is really small, there's a lot of words. So I'm gonna need to, like, put my focus into this one, which I'm really excited about. I guess I don't have them with me, but I have really, really good annotation tools that I love. If I had my copy of Feybound, I would show you. Yeah, I'm very excited for Babel. Tender is the Flesh. This is a really, really cool dystopian novel that I've heard such good things. I feel like it's on everyone's recommendation list. So I want to make sure I get this done this year. Cloud Cuckoo Land. This is, I'm not even sure what this is. I believe it's like, yeah, not so distant future, so it's kind of like sci-fi, maybe fantasy. Not 100% sure, but it has won so many awards, and I've heard so many good things about it that I am really, really excited to read it. I don't have many books by it, which is really crazy, but I am like a huge science fiction fan. I guess more like movies, TV shows, I end up more science fiction loving than books. But like The Martian, which is right here, Arrival, great books. So I guess it's right next to, this is actually my little science fiction. I've got Dune, Arrival, The Martian, Absolutely Remarkable Thing, and a Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. So I've got my little science fiction next to my like fantasy, and then my little John Green section. So yeah, I'm very excited for this book to finally read it. I've had this one for a while, and I just haven't picked it up, so I do need to read this one. I've got A Tree Grows in Brooklyn, which I believe, the beloved American classic about a young girl's coming of age at the turn of the 20th century. So historical fiction coming of age. I'm very excited for this one. Also, the cover is just so, so darling. Next, I've got The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. This one is interesting, because it's set in Pottstown, Pennsylvania, and I live in Pennsylvania, so that's very cool. A novel about small town secrets and the people who keep them. Very interesting. I've heard really good things about this book, too, so I want to make sure I get this one read. Next is a book I've actually had for like a year, which is Kitchen Confidential, and Adventures in the Culinary Underbelly, by Anthony Bourdain. And I like a good nonfiction book. Then I've got The Familiar, a spellbinding novel set in the Spanish Golden Age. Fate can be chains, curses can be broken. Again, gorgeous inside cover. You'd look better as a ghost. I have a gift. I see people as ghosts before they die. Of course, it helps that I'm the one killing them. That's such a good concept. This one, I guess I might save for October, maybe. But I'm kind of sad I have to wait that long. But I've had this one for like a couple months. I was going to read this October, and then I got really into, right here, Jurassic Park. So, this is a really good book. Read Jurassic Park, the novel. It's very cool. I knocked Snoopy down for that. I gotta put Snoopy back up. He almost fell on my coffee. My last 2 books of my TBR are pre-orders. So the first one is John Green's Everything is Tuberculosis. That is his newest book. It's gonna be nonfiction. It is a signed copy, which I like. I love a signed copy. It is about how tuberculosis is kind of like weaving its way through human history. Everything is impacted by tuberculosis. Everything is tuberculosis. So I'm very excited for that. That comes out on March 18th. So the next book also comes out March 18th is Hunger Games Sunrise on the Reaping, which is about the 50th games or the second quarter quell. Very, very excited for that one. I read the little intro paragraphs that they've released already, and they look so good. It sounds amazing. I will be out of town when both of those books come out, so I will have to wait a couple days to read them because I'll be at a wedding out of state, which I'm also very excited for, but I'm sad I won't be able to read my books until a little bit after they come out. And that was 25 books that I'll be reading in 2025. It has been so, so good to talk to you. Thank you for joining me if you've watched most of this video. I hope I haven't been too boring. I tried to be entertaining enough. I don't know. Hopefully more videos will be coming very, very soon. I really like doing this. I'm still figuring out like camera and mic things, so I'm sure they were a little goofy this video. Apologies for that. I will keep myself accountable here for all of these books. You bet your ass about that. Thank you for joining me. Please consider subscribing, liking this video, commenting books that you like, books that you think I should read as well. If you've read any of these books, please give me a review. Try not to be too spoilery. I don't really care that much about spoilers, but like still, keep a little tone down. I don't want to read everything. Also, don't spoil it for other people who might also be wanting to read these books and go in the comments and they see crazy spoilers for like Onyx Storm, or I was gonna say Wicked, but Wicked's a musical. I will also be linking my other socials. I'm probably most active on my TikTok and my Blue Sky, so I will link those and consider following me there as well. It has been so good talking to you. Have a good rest of your day, and I will see you next time.